Hi there. Welcome to Tool of the Week for September 18th of 2024, the Wisdom Rings. All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. And we'll discuss the Wisdom Rings a little bit. Now, one of the first things I wanted to say was our older Wisdom Rings, the two sizes were a little bit different. The small is still the small, which is the 222. So that is the bangle that for the majority of female hands, it fits nicely. Um, it's not the extra small that you'll see in our light bangles. Our light bangles, we have small and extra small. This is the size small. Um, so this is really a versatile ring. Now, the difference in the wisdom rings that we had before was the size large was actually a bit larger. The size large used to be this size here, which was rather large, and that's the 3.5-inch ring. So the size large is actually the 3.25-inch ring. This is the same size as our water rings are. So the water rings, the large wisdom ring, same size. Now the wisdom rings, pretty amazing tools. And it's the field, the wisdom field, that is so profound. Um, Hey, good morning, Kim from Oregon. Glad you're here today. I tell you what, guys, let's take a quick jump into the heart space and set the space here. And we will do some Q&A with the wisdom fields, and I'll walk you through some processes. So, all right. So we try to begin all of our webinars and anything we do by going into the heart space first. So here we go. If you have not done this before, we call this the Trinity breath. It's simply 3 breaths to move the consciousness from the head back into the sacred space of the heart. So closing your eyes if you wish, putting your attention to the physical heart where you find your light. Imagining connecting heart to heart with the earth and breathing in that energy, that support of the earth, up through the feet, into the heart, and just allow yourself to just melt in with the earth, just fully connecting with Gaia. The second breath, we connect with you as Creator God, as soul, breathing in that light of you into the heart. And the third breath is where we breathe the energy of the earth, the energy of creation. Bring them both together within the heart. As those two mix together with the energy of you, you become a column of light that's grounded, connected, and in the heart space. Blessings from the Ozarks. Thank you. Well, hey, Grand Awakening from Olympus, Washington. That's a cool place. All right, better shut off my phone here. So, again, thank you guys for joining us. Now, I've talked about the wisdom fields a lot because, man, I tell you what, the wisdom fields really helped me shift through a lot of things. I was using the wisdom wand, but truly the wisdom rings, it's the same field. It's just that the energy is directed differently between a wand and the rings. So like with the wand, you can use it to actually run energy to specific places, things like that. It just makes a simple, easy meditation tool. But the tensor rings in the wisdom field, you can still do the same work. So that's what we'll talk a little bit about today. Hey, Connie from Milwaukee. And hey, good morning, Lynn. So the wisdom rings, no matter which size, same energetic, even the large practitioner wisdom ring, which we did not include in this particular setup here, or in this particular sale. But what we'll discuss today is how to utilize the fields. So basically with the wisdom rings, the wisdom field is all about the releasing of those things that no longer serve us. That can be the emotional reactions you have to anything in the world, because an emotional reaction is just simply you carry one side of the tuning fork, one resonance. So when you see something outside of yourself, blame it on that outside, but it's because of what you carry within. So those emotional reactions to the world are one of the things that you can release with these. The others are the thought patterns, the reoccurring thought patterns. One of the big things that we've been doing for years is releasing our limited beliefs. Now, your beliefs can really affect creation, your creation. Um, and how do you release a belief? Well, it's being self-aware, and that's kind of the way it is with everything that we do with these wisdom fields. It is being self-aware. Um, perhaps in your self-awareness, you're like, well, I'm gonna participate in this play or something, just doing something that is out of your, norm. And you think about participating in this activity, but yet there's a part of you that, says, no, this is, you're not going to do very well, whatever it is. So it's just really being self-aware of those things that come in that limit you, that are based on old fears or old lifetimes or old programs, beliefs. It's all tied together. So anytime that anything comes up into your awareness, I'll teach you how to go through a couple of simple, easy ways to release those things. Some of the other things that come up that these fields and the work that we do can help release are the physical manifestations, whether it's aches, pains, diseases. And then also for me, a lot of it was just feelings that there was something not right, that there was some kind of an anxiety within my field. Um, so basically, it's going to be very individual for each person, but it's about being self-aware and finding those things that no longer serve you and do not bring you joy. And those are the things as a conscious creator that we begin to release. And so some of these patterns that we release are actually from lifetimes, from traumas, from other experiences, and from this lifetime. So when we're doing the work, well, gosh, as energy workers, healers, and I'll say this a lot, over the past about 5 years, the majority of people that we see that have issues, physical, mental, emotional, life situation, we can find tied to old traumas and not just this lifetime. So whether you believe in the lifetimes or not, man, these things can really affect us. They affect your thoughts. They affect what you do. Um, you know, so much of who we are or who we used to be is not truly who we are. So we are made up of our ancestors. We're made up of our old experiences, our old traumas, our lifetimes, mass consciousness. And so this really is about becoming the sovereign you. That's truly what all the stuff that we do is about you stepping into your sovereignty and who you really are, uncovering everything. So anyway, a couple of simple processes. Now, how this is working is that we have this field, and of course the tensor rings make a column of energy. They make an energy the same size as the ring. Now, when you are either wearing it on your wrist, having it on your person, over your heart, holding on to it, putting it on the head, putting it underneath your bed or underneath your meditation cushion, doesn't matter. It's basically that these help to hold a space. So these are a sacred space, and this particular field that it holds helps to bring in all of, it helps to, one, make that connection with self, with soul, because it is the soul that does all the work, your higher self, your consciousness, your light, however you see and believe this. But it is that part of you that is doing all the work. So for us, it is all about being in the heart space. So we always begin in the sacred space of the heart. And with these fields, what we're doing is just imagining that. So this is like a column of light. You can imagine that just simply just opens up this space, and lubricates the space, allows all these things that are in our field that manifest here, allow them to flow to wisdom. What we mean by wisdom is that as your soul has these experiences, these lifetimes, traumas, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, otherwise, all of these things, they flow back to soul, and soul brings it back as wisdom. So what this means is that it is the completion. It is the healing, the completion of a lifetime or an experience. Then once we release those, then your energy comes back into balance, aka healing, stepping into new spaces. So all we're doing is releasing these old energies that influence everything in our creation reality. Okay, so getting on with actually how to do this. So just being in this field with the rings, we're going to step into a couple of different exercises. Now, basically, we try to stay in the heart and we make these things super simple, because when we start to complicate it, we get up into the head again. So there are two different exercises that we will do with these fields and with these rings. They are basically, they're kind of like a ceremony for the mind. One of them is we're going to simply bring up what it is and we're going to blow through the ring. This is simply a ceremony and exercise for the mind. It is you saying, okay, I am releasing this. The other one that we do is the one that I teach all the time, and that is called the soul altar. It is a space that we step into that is within these fields, these wisdom fields, where we simply take what no longer serves us as a packet of energy. We sit it down on the soul altar, give it to soul, and step away. So these are two exercises that you can do. One of them you might need more ceremony in, so that you would like to do the soul altar because it gets you more involved with it. The other simple, easy one is just simply taking that energy and blowing it through the ring. So here's what I mean about taking that packet of energy is everything is energy. So we have a situation. Let's say you have an emotional reaction to something. So it is that emotional reaction to something that appears to be outside of yourself that you're carrying within. So you'll look at that thing that was outside of you here, and that thing that is inside is all the same energy. So you imagine that that is just one energy packet, the thing that appeared to be outside of you and that reaction that you had within. So you take that packet of energy. So that is how we bundle up this energy. Is it's just an intention and imagination from the heart space. That is how we utilize this. Simple, easy work, but so profound. So we have our packet of information. Now we'll walk into the heart space and connect with these fields. And again, you don't need the physical tool. These are quantum fields. You can access this field right here and now. So here we go. Go into the heart space again. Just grounding, connecting, allowing yourself to drop into that sacred space of the heart. Now imagine that thing, whatever this energetic packet is that you're ready to release, and simply holding this ring, if you have a wisdom ring, or just imagining this wisdom ring right here. Just taking that deep breath. And it is making, it is making a clear conscious choice. So when you exhale through the ring, be very present with it. Be present using your imagination that you have gathered up this bundle of energy within, and you're going to release it. So it is your clear conscious choice to release this energy, to release the situation. Because a lot of times we say, no, I don't want that. I don't, no, I don't want that. But yet there is a part of us that holds on to that. So when you release something in this way, if it sticks around, there's usually two reasons why it sticks around. One, you're still getting something from it. Well, actually, there's one reason you're still getting something from it. And so one of the things that I used to get from things and never realized it was the suffering, the wanting to hold on, the no, I can complete this. No, I can, no, I can do this. I can take care of this. I can fix it. I can heal it, whatever. There's a holding on there. So you making that clear, conscious choice when you release is huge. Okay, so that is just the simple way to do the release work. Now, a lot of you know about this soul altar exercise. So we'll go through the soul altar exercise because this is one that I've taught in relation to the wisdom fields since the beginning. So we'll just do this meditation of the soul altar. So again, you're in your heart space. And we're going to use our imagination to create this altar to the soul. To me, it's like this little 4-foot pillar with a little platform on top. And I simply take that energy, that packet of energy, that situation, that whatever it is that I'm ready to release. And I'm in the heart space about it. Because when you're in your heart, you're not holding on to, oh, this hurt me, the traumas, the pain, the whatever. You are holding this packet of energy with gratitude of what it has brought for you, because it is bringing you wisdom, completion. So you take this packet of energy, you sit it on the soul altar, and you step away. And the you stepping away is you making the clear, conscious choice that, yes, I am complete with this. I surrender this to soul. I allow this situation to go to wisdom. I'm no longer going to tinker with it, fix it, heal it, whatever. I'm going to allow soul to bring it to me as wisdom. So it truly is as simple as that. So I'd love to hear some feedback or some questions from you guys on this morning. Those of you who are here live, if you do have any questions or feedback, would love to hear that. It's something that I did, but I was using the wisdom wand, but you don't need any of the tools truly. The wisdom wand is one that just really allows you to kind of feel that field. It creates that torus around you, that toroidal field, things like that. The wisdom rings are just as good. And not having the tools is absolutely appropriate too, because especially this soul altar exercise, it truly is about releasing those things that no longer serve you or do not bring you joy, and releasing those to soul as wisdom. And I tell you, after I did this for about 18 months, I always tell the story that I found that I had always been in this loud, crowded room. And it was the soul aspects, the lifetimes experiences, the traumas, all of that stuff. And I was so unaware of myself and my internal. I had shut off the noise. I had turned down the volume long ago. And once I started to become aware, then I found all of this. And it really wasn't until after the 18 months, after I did all this clearing of everything that came up into my awareness, it was after that 18 months that I really noticed that I was standing in a quiet space of peace, what I felt like was for the first time in lifetimes. I mean, it was profound being in a space of peace where I was not before. So, yeah, it's just that self-awareness. And, in any time that we're doing this work, it is very vital to be in the heart space, because if we are starting to become aware of things, we can actually move into those situations. And instead of us staying here, centered, grounded, connected, aligned, and as a transformer and a connector to all that we are, if we step out of that and we step into that situation, that's it doesn't do us any good, because then we are again participating in that situation. So staying in the heart space helps keep you here and empowered to be able to bring these situations forward and release them without getting stuck into them. And this includes things like different aspects of us, whether it is the ego, wounded inner child, or this part of us that, had a trauma drama in high school, and it shows up in our different interactions with people, or keeps us at home, or whatever these little things are. And you do not have to get in and identify these things. That's it, you guys, is keep this general. This is just energy. So you feel like there's something that's keeping you from going out into the world, you have some anxiety. Take that as that bundle of energy and release it as wisdom. So yeah, imagination is the limit on what it is that you can release, these situations, these experiences, which no longer serve you or do not bring you joy. And that is truly what we are doing, stepping in as conscious creators, as masters of our creation, of our reality. Because everything that comes into your reality is a reflection. It is all your energy, and that energy is patterned by these various things we talked about. So most of our time we go through our lives, so much of this is not really who we truly are. And that is the name of the game right now, is releasing those things that are truly not who we are. And it is releasing identity. And that's a huge thing. Um, it is basically releasing identity, because so many of us, can get caught in this trap of, identify as as a sick or an ill being, or I identify as this limitation, or I identify as this trauma. And we make these things who we are, and that's not who we are. And I tell you what, expect miracles. Truly, we see miracles every day, you guys, and it is through those clear, conscious choices that we create. So, may I suggest using tensor technology and combine it with Reiki healing? Yeah, anytime you're running energy, and thank you for that. Yes, because I'm a Reiki master too. I kind of incorporate it into my field. I don't actually run energy anymore, but totally, when you are running energy with your hands, it's kind of like these act as a carrier wave. So let's say you have a sound wave, or you have a light wave. We used to make red LED lights that we would run through the rings, and then that would make the light that comes through there differently. It adds extra energetic. So when you are using these with Reiki and you're running energy, if you're running energy through your hands, then yes, you can just imagine that adds into that whole carrier field. And because they work with all modalities and crystals and everything. So also, just one more quick thing about the wisdom rings. The wisdom rings are still going to be working for EMFs, for water, for everything that the rings do. So you can use your wisdom ring to restructure water. You can use it for putting on your laptop when you're working. Again, imagination is the limit on how you utilize these tools, but these are still creating that harmonizing tensor field, for everything that tensor rings will do. So, the coupon code. So our coupon code is WR12, Wisdom Ring 12. And if you give me about 10 minutes after broadcast, I will have that particular coupon code up. So WR12 for the 12% off on the two different size of wisdom rings, and this sale is going to be going on until next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we are going to have our healing hands is going to be our next tool of the week. So that's going to be a pretty amazing fun one. So please do join us for the healing hands next week. We will have a 50 questions Friday this week, so please join in there. And we currently have a sale going on, a solstice sale, and that is free shipping. The first time we've ever done free shipping for a sale. So if you are looking to get some of those things, please do jump on the website. All right. Thank you guys very much for being here, for the support. And mostly, thank you guys very much for doing this work for yourself. And because when we do this work for ourselves, man, we are raising the entire kosha of light in all of creation, which really are. When we are doing this work, we are standing as lights within this whole field of mass consciousness. And we are shining brightly out there so that others begin to step in and do that work also. So this isn't just for yourself to make your world better. We are making the entire world better. So, all right. Take care, you guys. Much love.